Okay.
But we're not going to go to Stratton now.
Well, we can go.
I'm just trying to.
Uh,
You want to play chess? You want to play chess?
Hi, Sharon.
You play chess?
I have a nicer picture. I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10. Okay.
mm,
Before you go to bed? Who did that?
Sure.
mm,
6:10.
oh. Mm. Look cold.
A little bit.
Well, where's your heat?
It's on. I was outside.
Ah,
I need to get the sunny beach vibes that you have, Sharon.
well, Stan shows his palm trees.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let me turn this light off. Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, I didn't see. No report. Okay. Okay, let's present date.
High school time. Yeah.
What's this solution?
I used to always like, and I try to speak.
Well, this is Christina. Stan.
Now we get Hawaii.
Yep, here comes Hawaii.
Comes Hawaii.
I got to answer this chat here. Yes. Everybody has audio. Oops. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Stan, we can hear you.
Okay.
Can't see you. Where'd you go?
I'm here.
No Hawaii.
Hey,
I'll
what?
have to figure out how to set that one up.
Ah,
Got his line into Zoom.
you know, with it snowing out there, we would have liked to had that scene.
Yeah.
I think it's after this meeting, it's time to shovel.
Guy lives across the street from me. He's already out there shoveling.
That's nice. Send him over here.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Come on over, do my driveway while you're out there.
Yeah, I got a hill in my driveway. If I don't shovel it, it'll become an ice rink.
Oh, there we go. Now we got a scene there.
There we go.
Hey,
We got a beach.
got a beach this time.
There you go.
Looks like Groton Long Point. All right, I haven't received anything from anybody else not showing up. We need Tony. We won't make this too long, I hope. Although we do have the budget on the agenda, so.
David,
What's David doing on?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, don't tell me we have a resident and property owner.
David, you're muted.
You're muted, Dave. There you go.
Oh, okay, now I can speak the truth.
What are you doing at our meeting?
I'm a resident.
He's a
Okay.
resident.
All right.
You're on the
Never
agenda.
have residents.
David?
Yeah, David.
Well,
We lost Jeremy. Oh, there he is.
Jeremy's there. He's cold.
He's cold. Oh, here comes Jim.
Good. We haven't seen him in a while.
We never see him. We only get his name.
Oh, that's right. It says connecting to audio. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
He doesn't.
All right. We need Terry, Manir, Tony.
We need Tony.
I know Tony has to be on here.
Yeah. Because with Tony, we have a quorum, so we're all right.
Yeah. Well, check my email, make sure I didn't miss anything. No?
Maybe he forgot. I have to have a remind me because I remember I missed a meeting. I went right through it. 7:30, realized I was supposed to be at a meeting.
Right,
Tom has a calendar reminder that reminds us the meeting is today.
I do.
I did that last month. I went
Yeah.
to bed early because I had work early in the morning.
And you didn't
Completely
even-
forgot. Yeah, completely forgot there was a meeting.
Oh, that's why you weren't.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We all have that happen.
At least with Zoom meetings, you don't have to worry about snow cancellations.
That's right.
Correct. Because they just closed the library, so hopefully nobody was planning on going there.
I hope Ray shows up. We need Ray. One thing at least. All right. It's 7 o'clock according to my clock.
According to mine too, but we still need Tony. Oh, no, here he is. Here's Tony.
Good. Well, Tony, you're mute. There you go. Whoop. Oh, you muted again. There you go.
I'm unmuted.
There you go.
Just close it for me.
Tell me when you're ready, and then we'll start. I don't know where Bill is. He hasn't sent, he usually sent one. Let me check a text. A lot of times he'll send me a text. I don't see one here. Nope. Okay.
Well, it's not like he went anywhere. He's incapacitated. He should be home.
Was he have COVID?
No, he broke his ankle.
What?
He broke his ankle in 3 spots. Tomorrow he has to have it operated on.
Maybe that's why he's in pain.
I would think
Yeah.
that's the case.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Hunted. He was hunting up behind the garage, town hall garage.
Yep.
And I guess he slipped on some mud and his foot was stuck between 2 logs. And he went down and he said he knew he broke his ankle before he landed. He had to call for EMS. They had to bring him out in the little ATV
Oh my goodness.
because he was out in the woods. He called the non-emergency number and said, I fell and I'm hurt. And he asked them to just send someone to come get him, and they sent the entire town. You know, the fire trucks and all the fire departments. So he had a picture of it. He was beside himself.
I'm surprised
Hi,
Huntington's
Terry.
still open. Huh.
There.
Are you in
Um,
Florida?
Yeah. I'm not going to be, Ed, I'm not going to be taking notes online tonight. I'm going to let Christina do them from the video. 2 weeks ago today, I had 9 vertebrae reconstructed and fused.
Ooh,
Oh,
So I am a hurting puppy, and I don't know how long I'll be on the, I think I'll be all right just sitting here, but I can't really switch back and forth real well.
okay, so that means, Ed, we can't be dragging the meeting out because poor Tony's in pain.
Well, I just popped an oxycodone, so I'm not in terrible pain.
oh,
It was 13 hours of surgery over 2 days.
Oh.
oh my
Wow,
goodness.
was it planned?
Yeah, it was planned. I've had lumbar issues for 20 years on and off, and it finally got to the point where I couldn't do anything about it. And what was happening is, in addition to everything, like a big S, my lumbar spine was starting to corkscrew.
Ooh.
And so it was starting to get to the point where eventually it was going to get into a nerve and result in paralysis. So I really had no
Take care of it.
choice. So that's
Well,
why
we're
I'll
all
let
falling apart now.
Christina can take it off the video.
Yeah, I imagine it hurts just to type and stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's just the positioning. If I sit back, I'll be okay for a
Yeah.
while anyway.
Okay.
And I said, oxycodone is now my best friend.
Yeah, I can imagine what the minutes would be like with that. That'd be interesting.
Pardon?
Although somebody could argue, how can you tell the difference the way we?
I know, that's it. The only good news is, though, and the doctor is right, I am now 2 inches taller than I was before I had the surgery,
Wow.
because he had to straighten and rebuild the vertebrae. So I'm back to what I was, 25 years ago.
Mm.
But anyway, so I'm not going to be able to do the minutes tonight.
All right.
Oh,
So I'm not gonna wait any longer.
Okay, fire away.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call the meeting. So let me call the regular meeting of Town of Ledyard, Connecticut Water Pollution Control meeting to order. It is 7:04 PM on January 26, 2021. Roll call, we have Sharon Wadecki, Stan Huber, Terry Jones, we have James Ball. Where is the other?
Jeremy,
Yeah, we have Jeremy, but okay. I'm trying
Tony.
to figure out who's the alternates. It's Jeremy and James. Are you alternate too?
James is one of the alternates. Do we need 2
Yes.
tonight?
no, we need one.
Okay, we always throw James on there then.
Yeah, let's put James as taking Manere. I don't see Manere on. He hasn't been on for a while. I have to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Voting members. Dispense with that. Okay, so Dave, you are up, resident and property owner.
oh, okay. Yeah, I came to the meeting because I wanted to say a word about the engineering study for the sewer line to Ledyard Center.
Right.
Wait a minute, Dave, give your full name.
Full name and
Dave Holders, 29 Churchill Road.
thank you.
Okay, what I wanted to say is that we need to be more comprehensive about this sewer line study than just as we would ordinarily be if there were a developer developing one plot of land with building 10 houses or something. We need to be comprehensive about the design district of Ledyard Center and recognize that there's many businesses involved, many landowners, and of course there could be lots of residences, and the town government is needing space to have facilities. And it'll be a focus of community action in Ledyard Center. And it's been on the town plan, of course, for more than 50 years that this is good. We project to have a town center there, a town village. And when we use the word village, it implies that there's going to be a denser development of residences and businesses, as well as government. And I think that when we design this or engineer this pipe, we can't be thinking small. We've got to be thinking big. I know that that in Ledyard Center, probably all of us know that Ledyard Center has a high water table all over Ledyard Center, and that is a real problem for on-site septic systems. Not that it's not buildable land, it is. Most of it is not wetland, but it is buildable land. And the problem is that whenever ideas have come up for various things, there's been frustration because you have to make the leaching field so big that it makes it not a village anymore. You have to put things so far apart. And so that's the reason that we need public sewers in all of Ledyard Center throughout the whole design district. There's another reason too, of course, that most of Ledyard Center is in the Groton Reservoir watershed. So that causes another complication for on-site septic. Anyway, I know that, of course, the Sal Menorca, the guy who bought the Ledyard Center school property, he's projecting to have like 70 or 80 units out there, not only on that property, but on the land out in back. And that would be residential as well as shops. And I'm a part owner of a parcel of land, 34 acres, that's behind the town hall and the village market, which we started to pitch to developers. And that could be a similar amount of units. And as you look around Ledyard Center, there are other parcels too that, for instance, the Sylvia property at the corner of 117 and 214, where the old barn is there. That's a large parcel of land that cries out for development. And there are others too throughout the Ledyard Center Design District that would start to develop if you've had some leadership. So what I'm saying is that when we do this study, engineering study, we're not talking about another small pipe. We're talking about something really big, comprehensive, and it may be that we'll have to have more than that. Maybe there'll be other ideas for septic in Ledyard Center. There's been talk about having a pocket system where you could put it in different, you could pipe it to different places that would be outside of the watershed area. And there would be lots of gravel. I know about places like that I would like to talk to the engineer about. So I hope whoever this engineer is will be open to other suggestions and other thinking, because this is going to be a big deal. As far as paying for it, you know, we're talking millions of dollars probably in this, but I think that the WPCA should be talking about maybe a bond issue to pay for this thing. I know that when I've talked with Mayor Fred, he has said, well, maybe we'll get a grant to build this. Well, you know, we're talking millions of dollars, and I don't know of the grants that would be quickly available to do this. If we start thinking about a bond issue, this is probably easier to sell than building a school, because this would be an investment. With all this development in Ledyard Center that we hope for, there would be a return on property taxes to the town, so that it could be paid off over years. I think we should start thinking that way and start thinking about the political leadership that would be necessary for that kind of an action to take place. Because we have the WPCA, the town council, and the mayor all ought to be exercising some political leadership about that in looking at the long-term future. Because we now have the opportunity to really design something beautiful and have civic improvements there in Ledyard Center. That would be wonderful. It just takes the cooperation of all of us landowners and as well as the businesses and the town government. So let's hope we can do that. Thank you for your attention.
Thanks, Dave. There's one other thing that you didn't mention, is that there's 2 community wells that are impacted in that area. You have SCWA, and then you have a Thames Aquatic. So they're actually drinking water wells, community wells. Hey, guys.
That's another reason why we need public sewers.
Right. So we have just issued the request for quote out to the engineering firms. We haven't, I haven't heard anything back yet, but it just was submitted. So we just are beginning the process.
What I'm saying is don't think small, think big.
Yeah, I think there is probably going to end up being a phased in approach because we do have capacity in our existing waste treatment facility. The calculations I have show that we could probably handle about 200 units. So we do have some excess capacity that we could immediately start working with a minimum investment. But yes, we're not limiting the study to that. The study is multi-phased and with multi-options. That's our intent.
Very good.
Yeah. So are there anybody else want to contribute to the discussion? Okay. So as I said, I did hear some, I guess some of the engineering firms have done some preliminary contact with some questions, but it just started coming out. And Stan, I did give, I think I gave you the request for the additional guys that you wanted to have bid on it.
Yeah, WMC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, as long as that, so we should have a good representation on that study. All right, so having done that, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of December 22nd, 2020.
So moved.
Second by Stan.
Thank you. I do have a correction. Kathy Austin is not a UST. Austin is kind of an odd spelling.
OSTEN.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Oh, yes.
OSTN.
Yeah, OSTN. But I didn't see anything else. But Terry, did you see anything in the minutes that?
Nope, no, I didn't.
All right. Anybody else see anything that? Votes looked okay to me. So with that just correction, that minor correction, all those approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
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 All right,
Nays? Hearing none? Passed. Okay. Operations report, correspondence, communication correspondence. I see nothing there. Ray, is that you on the phone?
Yeah, because I don't have a link to come in, so I'm on the phone.
We'll have to fix that. I would say that, so you did revise the plans on the Highland.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
because Elizabeth called us
Okay,
and she was going into the hospital, so she gave us the stuff. We revised it, sent it back up to her. I don't know where, that's why it's in, I guess that's why it's in here, but it's all been revised for your instructions that we talked about, so
right.
I don't know where it goes from there.
Yeah, okay, so that was something that Terry brought up. We modified. So my understanding is if you did submit it back to Liz, it got sent out. So we're.
Yeah, we sent it up to her in a Word document too, so.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I only had the PDF, so I can only make post-it comments on it. I couldn't modify it. All right, good. That's good news. So where were we? Oh, aged summary. Oh no, before we go there, service correspondence. So I did have communication with Tina. There were only 4 people of our customers that had repayment plans. So per our discussion, our vote, there will be penalty fees assessed for those that didn't have payment plans and owe past bills. Okay, so it was only 4. Now I didn't get a total how many had back, but you can actually look at that, I suppose, in the well, that's hard to tell. It's only dollars. You can't tell how many people on the aged report. But it can't be too bad because it looks like the over 120 is going down, Terry. The 91 to 120 is going down. It's pretty much.
yeah, I thought we had a good trend going.
Yeah. I mean, other than the 31 to 60, but that's, that goes up. If you look at it, that goes go way up and down. It's very erratic. But yeah, I think we did okay. The collections were a little bit down, 123. But you notice it can be as much as 170 to 126. Anyway, I won't have any discussion. We're going to talk about the budget later. Ian sent us all a proposal that I have to defend on March 5th. Anyway, I'll just skip through that. And the same thing with the sewer year to date. I didn't say anything. He did yellow line the water. I don't know why. I think
The yellows were the contractual requirements, and everything else was up to us.
right, that's correct. Yeah, okay, right. All right, there is no report from Steve, although I don't know whether you know it or not, but we lost an operator. They went, I believe, to North Stonington because he got a $4 to $5 more an hour raise. It's tough. We're in the medium. We're not the lowest in the state. We're not the highest. We're sort of in the medium, and it's tough to keep good operators. He was a good operator. We still have Joey, and I just wish we could keep good operators, but that's the way it is. Steve did he has a trainee. He looks like a good person, hopefully one that will stick around. But Steve had been alone running the plant because Joey apparently had to have a hip replacement or knee replacement. I can't remember what. So he was running for a couple of weeks, running the plant on his own. And I hate to see that, but we haven't had any issues. So I guess we're lucky. All right, so we are getting another hiree, and I think Joey's coming back next week. So, well, the old business, we'll skip the bid. The reason I put it on there was to show you the comments that I'd made to try and address what Terry was saying. I think we did that, and moving on. And then you also have the feasibility study, the figure that shows the different districts, and the request for the engineering study. Does anybody have any comments on that?
I think that in lieu of Mr. Holdridge's comments, that we need to make sure that when there is opportunity for public comment, that it is well advertised, because
You're right.
Other landowners like Dave need to be able to have their input.
Right, and so the intent is that once these options and proposals are put out, we will have public hearings. We will present these concepts, and I don't think. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to phase this stuff in. There's some immediate needs that we might be able to fulfill. But I know Dave is concerned that, well, we have a tendency to fulfill those immediate needs and then we forget about the long-term needs. We don't want to do that either. So, and they are aware of the fact that we do have this opportunity on this trail. So I don't know how that'll integrate in with what they're doing on that. So my apologies on the website. I was going to have something for you, but I just didn't type it up on the website. The mission statement being changed, and a possibility of a table of contents, what we really want to have people from the public have access to in terms of policies and alerts and that kind of thing. So that's for next month. I hopefully will have that. Yes.
Bill Solms had mentioned a new initiative at Town Hall. I wonder if Bill has any more information about us being able to jump on that.
Go ahead, Bill.
Terry, help me out. Initiative for what?
To make our website, our webpage more user-friendly and more informational, but you said there were some other things going on.
Oh, yeah.
In the town.
Yeah. So there is a new software platform. It's a cloud-based application that the town hall has subscribed to. It's called cleargov.com, and it allows the town to present budget information, spreadsheets, and the like in graphical and more user-friendly format. So the WPCA has requested the same from Ian, and my suggestion was maybe Ian could use that new software platform to provide WPCA financials in a more user-friendly format, so that you could easily see charts and graphs of expenditures, revenues, etc. So I haven't heard anything more about it. I know that we've bought it, and I know that starting to use it. We're going to use it for the budget season, and I've just started to get a couple of files, but I'm brand new at it myself. But I think that if you ask Ian, he will probably be able to give you better information, more user-friendly information, more quickly than he's been able to in the past.
Good.
So I just keep asking him, bottom line.
Okay, that's easy enough to do.
Yep.
Before we leave old business, is there any other old business? If not, we'll go to new business. I'm looking for a motion to approve payment of our GU invoice 19074, the amount of $5,811.50. This is for 24 5/8 by 3/4 inch Neptune T10 meters.
You made the motion, I second it.
Okay, good. And for
Now do your description.
and then two 2-inch Neptune meters. So we have 24 meters in the 5/8 inch, and then we've got two 2-inch meters. This is good news. Until we get meters, it means we're getting new sales. So this is an investment. Is there any discussion on the meters? If not, we'll close the discussion and then have a vote to approve the Groton Utilities Invoice 19074 in the amount of $5,811.50. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
One nays, abstentions, hearing none, approved. Okay, the next item is the SCWA Fairview Interconnect data log. Apparently we had to open it up. They used a lot of water. How many days?
It was for 3 days. 3
3
days.
days.
It happened during the holiday. That Saturday they called us. They had a panel board go down at their well site by the school.
Right.
And so they opened up that interconnection that runs down across Iron Street. And we opened it up on 117. So they just fed that whole complex, both with that water. And we shut it off that Tuesday morning. They fixed everything.
Yeah. So we've invoiced. I guess Tina's invoiced them.
Yeah. Tina's gonna, matter of fact, she was finishing up. That's why I didn't have the price. She was doing it today and gonna send that out to them. And that goes right to your accounts.
Yeah.
And the DPH was notified. Everybody was notified.
Good. Thank you. Yeah, they have to pay the new rates.
Yeah. Yep.
The 3.5%. Yeah, they're gonna be happy about that.
So, Mr. Chairman, I just want to
Yes.
get the facts on that. Ray mentioned by the school. This says the Fairway interconnection. So which development or which SCWA site had the failure?
So it was by the school, the Fairway had the problem right by where the
Okay.
water tank is. And now
Okay, got it.
Now that interconnects, goes across Iron Street, and we tied into their other system down the road, it did both of them.
Okay. So it's the one
that-
behind Ledyard Center School.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what.
Ledyard Center.
Yep. As a matter of fact, if
Okay.
you remember, they asked for that. They were putting in a pressure reducing valve. That pressure reducing valve is on. Now they put that in. So actually, they can abandon that one station down in that area if they wanted to.
Okay. In Gray Farms?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this is good, good publicity for the WPCA bill. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Absolutely.
keep our alleged residents connected with clean water, no matter what happens to them. And it's really good PR. It was a good thing you guys did with, with Groton Utilities. I know it was probably a pain, but it's certainly starting to pay off.
Yep.
Okay, so we can jump to the budgets. And Ian helped us out a little bit. We're not gonna resolve everything tonight on the budgets. This is for us to review. But he did yellow highlight some of the budget items. I'm looking at sewer right now. I've asked Steve to take a look at an incentive, a pay incentive for classification. And I think he's working with HR on this, because I hate to have us lose in the future good operators. So if they get a class 3, class 2, class 1, to provide some kind of financial incentive to get them through that. So that's ongoing. Now, how that impacts the budget, I don't know, but I noticed he did. I think he highlighted a lab technician and shift operator. He did highlight that as a budget item to take a look at. Not concerned about that. And the health care I've been highlighted, although that seems a little, it's actually dropping. Same thing, retirement. There's really not any major impact other than his comment about the electrical, which they're looking at right now. So that's the biggest impact, I think, on the sewer is going to be electrical. Now, I don't know. So I'm assuming, I can't see the number because it's got the bond and the other interest, but I'm assuming it's going to be in the $500,000 range, but I got to get that verified. Last year, I thought it was $449,000. And remember, we did do a 3.5% increase. So for sewer. So I don't know if Ian has factored that in. Now, when I look
Looking at the electricity numbers, I didn't understand his comment that it needed to go to 40 or 45 because they haven't encumbered an amount to date that would indicate greater than 35,000.
Yeah, I saw that. You're right. And what we're going to have to, we're going to have to talk about that because, I have to go back to the other one. I was going to see what the actual was. The sewer year to date. Are you talking about the sewer year to date electrical?
Yeah, and it says that it is year to date actual is 21,741.
Right. And if you double that, we're talking 42,000 possible. Yeah, I don't,
but is it up to date? I never know if they posted everything.
Right. It doesn't have it yet. Well, it says it says 1/1 January 11th, 2021 year to date as of. So I'm assuming it's current as of the 11th of January.
Yeah, but the electric bill could have been paid on the 12th or 13th. So, I get to Terry's point. You don't know exactly how many electric bills that paid.
Right. And actually, don't they bill on the 20th? So I don't know.
No, they're all different.
They're all over. Yeah. So we'll have to get that. We'll have to get that straightened out. He's showing 35,000, and it may have to be higher. All right. So
the other thing I'd like to make sure that we don't forget is that he's showing $14,000 against sewer for their time, and it's 20-some thousand in water. So we need to renegotiate this. I don't think we're getting a half a man year.
We're paying 40,000 between the two budgets.
Yep.
And now Ian's got an additional job that's taking away the hours, and everything you've asked him for this year, we haven't gotten. So, I mean, they keep saying that they have all these hours to show us and they could charge us a lot more money, but I'd like to know what exactly we're paying for. I agree with Terry.
Yeah,
$40,000, we're not getting $40,000 worth of services.
Yeah, this is an ongoing discussion, right, Bill? You know, I'm sure they look at all the money coming in the budgets and they just simply, I don't think it's arbitrary, but they just divide it up based on what they think the impact is.
They haven't changed the amount that they've charged us for years.
No, they haven't.
Right.
I mean, they started charging us when they hired Ian because they said half of his time was going to be spent on WPCA. Well, it's not now because they've made him the town treasurer. So he's got 2 hats or 3 hats if he's supposed to be helping us with the WPCA, and we're not getting half his time.
Are we getting somebody else's time? I mean, is that?
Last time we asked that question, they told us that Mary Beth was spending 10 hours a week on WPCA. Doing what?
Yeah.
She just resigned. So that won't be happening if it was.
Wow.
She gets what?
She resigned.
She just resigned.
Oh, I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
Yeah, me too. But I have to agree. Ian has taken on more responsibility, but I don't see how you're getting $40,000 worth of. I mean, that's more than half a year
Right, and
of work, and I can't see how he could be spending that much time.
they said it. You know, they say it's somebody else's 5 hours of this person and 5 hours of this person. But if we were getting 5 hours of everybody in town hall's hours, we'd be. I mean, Groton's running the water system. Groton's doing the billing. Groton's getting the money.
Right.
All that the town is
Right.
doing is paying Groton and the few invoices we
And-
have, right?
And accounting, they're doing the accounting. That's it.
Right, but the accounting, the Munis system does it. They pay the bills.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and particularly, right. Yeah, I was gonna say, particularly now that we've sort of semi-automated all these payments. I mean, the invoice comes in, they just cut a check, you know, that's, how much time does it take to do that?
So I would mention this to Marcia Hancock and the mayor.
It takes a little more than when you write a check, Ed, because they got to open up a voucher and they got to have some approvals. But, you know, it probably takes 15 minutes to pay the check that we could do in a minute. But it's still, I mean, how many checks are they writing for the WPCA?
Yeah. So Bill, you're gonna bring this up to the mayor or?
No, I think you should, Ed. I can mention it, but this has got to come from the WPCA. It's your budget. It's your money. I think you have to bring it up.
Okay, and of course, you know when this is going to be brought up, March 5th, when I have to, you know, when we have a preliminary
No,
hearing.
bring
Bring it up
it
early.
up tomorrow. Bring it up tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ed, we have
Email
to,
Marcia, email
Yeah.
the mayor.
but we approved the budget before you go March 5th. So if we don't like the numbers, we can just change the numbers.
Yeah. that's
Okay,
true.
now they're not going to like that. So I think it makes sense to tell Marcia we're really not comfortable with these numbers. But we set this budget. They can approve only, they've approved the water budget.
Right.
They don't have anything to do with the sewer budget. If we put 0 in the sewer budget, they couldn't change our budget.
Right. Right, and I think there's at least, you've provided an incentive here for me to communicate this, that, you know, there's some pressure here to reconsider this, so. All right, Bill, I will communicate. It's kind of like throwing the dead chicken on somebody's desk and then running.
No,
Well,
no.
I mean, this can be worked out.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to make the case. You know, you've been asking for more information to present your budget. You're not getting it. The
Right.
town has a new software package. It should be easier. You haven't seen it.
Right,
You're paying $40,000 for these services. You have a right to ask.
that's straightforward. Yeah, I agree. Now on to the water budget. And the only thing I don't know about the water budget is whether Ian included in the monies, the 3.5% increase. I can't tell. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he averaged the numbers over the years, and that's it. I don't see a factor of 1.035 on there, but I'll have to ask.
Did you
Yeah.
ask Ian to attend this meeting? Because don't we usually want him to come and help us with the budget?
No, this was delivered late. To be
'Cause
honest.
it's not finished, and normally
No.
he helps us finish it. That's why I thought we paid $40,000 a year. So why, he should come to the next meeting so that this discussion can occur with him there.
Right, he has to come to the next, the February meeting. We
You have
can't,
to make sure you invite him. That's why I'm bringing it up.
yeah, I will invite him, particularly because there's some questions. Again, he highlighted them in yellow. But they're not, the only thing that I want to do for this budget this year is increase the meter purchase, because Ray brought up the Fox Run issue, and that we need to replace that meter. That we're losing money. That meter's too big, or it's not the right size. And so we need to replace, we need a budget for that.
All right, is it a budget that would be in the regular budget, or is it capital? How much of a meter purchase are we talking about?
Because it's, I don't think it's a replacement in kind or, so it wouldn't be expense. I think, I agree with you. I think it could be capital.
I think it's capital based on the size we're talking about. And I thought that Ray said somewhere in the neighborhood of $25,000.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, so
So I don't know why, well, okay. So why then, Sharon, are we budgeting capital in this budget? I mean, we do for CNR, but why do we specify meters? Shouldn't that just be replacement of repair meters, not new ones?
typically that's what it was, but now we've been buying new ones. But a new meter, correct me if I'm wrong, is only a few $100s.
Correct, it's 200, well, I have
Right,
it.
so that's not really, one meter is not a capital purchase.
Yeah,
It takes, 20, 30, 40, 50 to get to an amount that you would usually use for capital.
Okay.
That's why.
That's why, okay. You've answered my question.
But a
Because-
big meter like Fox Run would normally be capital because it's, a big purchase.
Yeah, and I think we should budget for that. I mean, we should do that next year. We really need to do that. So, but that was my only comment on the water budget. I didn't have anything else. I wasn't sure if he had included the 3.5% increase in the raw water.
Ed, your comment made me look, and it looks like he's projecting more than 3% increase in the money we receive, but I don't see an increase in the money we spend to buy it.
Right, and that's going to be 5%, right? That's not 3.5%. That's a 5% increase. And so I agree with you. I didn't see it. But
No, it was the same as last year.
all right. Well, then
The
he
water
didn't.
purchase number is the same as last year.
No, then that's not right. It's going to be a 5% increase. So that will change the bottom line number, which is dropping. I mean, if you take a look at it, I think we approved a budget last year of almost 900,000. Now I'm looking at this number, it's saying 792,000. So that's what made me real suspicious. I wasn't sure that's correct.
So I think if you want to be productive, you have to request a meeting with Ian and Marcia and sit down and have him explain the budget, what he did. Having him come to a meeting and having us ask him a bunch of questions is counterproductive. It's better to spend his time explaining how he did this and then ask him questions like, why is water purchase zero if there's a rate increase from Groton Utility?
Right.
It's hard to budget water purchase halfway through the year because it's seasonal,
Right.
and it's weather affected too. But still, you got to start with, Ian, how'd you do this? How'd you come up with these numbers and go line by line?
I can do that. And anybody can join me if they want, but I'll sit down with Ian. I'll schedule some time in the next couple of weeks. We've got nothing else to do.
Well, let me know when you do, and I'll sit in because it'll be helpful to the budget discussions when we get there.
All right, thanks,
I'll join
man. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll definitely, we'll have to coordinate a time with him. He's going to be the guy, I'm assuming that, because he's awfully busy, so. Is there any other business?
Well, Ed, could you just post that when you do arrange it to us?
Yes.
Okay,
I will.
thanks.
Yeah, I will post it, of course, to all the commissioners if they want to join. And, if you have an insomnia, just bring the budget with you to bed. And then you'll.
Not.
No. All right, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion, Ray, are you okay with that? Everything okay?
I'm fine, I'm good.
All right, good. All right, okay. So the meeting's adjourned.
Tony's looking tired over there. He needs to go.
Yeah, I need to go lie down someplace here.
Yeah, you're fade now.
Thanks,
Yeah, I
Tony.
know.
Thanks, and Bill.
Bye.
I'm sorry.
All right,
man.
thanks,
Get well, Tony.
And Bill, good luck, Bill.
Yeah, Bill, hopefully.
All
you'll
right,
get
thank you.
this done.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I told him, Bill, all
Yep.
about you.
That's
Ankle.
it.
All right, thanks, Sharon.
All right,
Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good luck. Bye. Have a good night.